They say the sun slept in that day, sky pulled on a denim gray. The wind stopped just to hold its breath when the roundhouse met with death. Town clocks froze at 3:16, mirrors cracked, the desert screamed. Even legends bowed their heads when the beard of truth was laid to rest. Farewell, Chuck, the stories stay. You taught fear to kneel and pray. You stared down the dark and ran away. Now you're ruling heaven anyway. Thank you for every myth, every grin, for every fight we kept inside our skin. The world seems small since you rode off above, but you're kicking down those pearly gates for us with love. Angels heard your boot heels ring, dropped their harps to hear you sing. They say you didn't climb no stair, the stairway rose to meet you there. You shook hands with old St. Pete, the halo bowed around your feet. They wrote new lines in sacred scrolls. When trouble comes, just call the soul of Norris. Farewell, John, the stories stay. You taught fear to kneel and pray. You stared down the dark, you ran away. Now you're ruling heaven anyway. Thank you for every myth, every grin, for every line we still quote to our friends. The world seems small since you rode off above, but you're cleaning up those streets of gold for us with love. They say the reaper turned around, wouldn't look you in the eye. You just tipped your hat and smiled. Guess it's time to patrol the sky. If tears could throw a punch tonight, they'd break apart the grave. 'Cause Chuck Norris doesn't simply die, he just promotes himself from hero to saint. Farewell, Chuck, the stories stay. You taught fear to kneel and pray. You stared down the dark and ran away. Now you're ruling heaven anyway. Thank you for every myth, every grin, for every time you helped us win. The world feels rough since you rode off above, but your roundhouse kicking clouds in half for us with love.